A big congratulations, from all of us here in Canada. You all did us so proud yesterday. Proud. I've got something to say about that in a moment. But first, just what I've been seeing today is just chef's kiss. The contrast between these incredible marches everywhere. Even my old place of residence, Nashville, Tennessee, people in the rain coming out to not just protest, but celebrate their humanity, their shared humanity. And this is just so beautiful, especially in contrast to these squeaky wheels of the tanks on the empty streets. I thought it was one of those bad lip sync videos until I realized the audio was 100% authentic. It was amazing. Okay, and so I want to share a story, but first I want to share my favorite highlight that I saw. I know there are many, and please keep tagging me in them, keep sending them to me, because I cannot get enough of this on this Father's Day, which is really interesting, isn't it? Patriarchy falling on Father's Day. I find it really wild. So there was a moment where the Proud Boys had come out to cause some havoc, and they were run out of town by a tuba. It was like, for those of you who are in marching band and you didn't think you were going to save the world with marching band, how wrong you were. How a tuba and a marching band just playing up against them could cause them to just finally give up and walk away to the cheers of the crowds. That is how you do it. And in all seriousness, I looked at that moment and I thought, oh, I just had this epiphany where I was like, I kind of lost a lot of my humor. I valued humor so much my whole life, but in the last few months, it's kind of escaped me for a bit. And I suppose I thought that humor and standing in your power, having fun and standing in your power were mutually exclusive, but you all proved to me that that is not the case, that we can stand in our power, and we do. We are at our best when we are having fun and enjoying, because as we have talked about before, joy is a beautiful form of resistance. And stomach growl. Big stomach growl. Yes, absolutely. And so today was interesting for me as I was thinking about that. I went to get my car washed and I was waiting to have it delivered to me. And a woman came by and I looked at her and I immediately thought, oh no. This is a woman that made me never go back to the dog park. I had met her at the dog park about a year ago. Really sweet on the outside when you first meet her. She looked like Shirley Jones, like a just adorable woman, like recent widow, and seemed so sweet and kind. And then one day, all of a sudden, she started spewing a bunch of red hat stuff, to which I did not respond kindly, but I was very brief and said, I have nothing more to say. I'm going to be leaving now. And she was shouting at me. Her face went all dark. Like all of a sudden she became somebody different. And that was the reason I never went back. There were a few people like that. And I was like, okay, I'm done here. And so I'm waiting for my car, and who walks by but this woman. And she says, oh, hello. I think I remember you from the dog park. And I was like, oh, God. Because at first I thought maybe my new haircut, she won't recognize me. But she recognized Ollie. So it's your fault, Ollie. Anyway, so I was like, I thought, oh, she doesn't know who she doesn't remember. Like maybe she's had so many altercations with people and she's picked so many fights with people that she doesn't remember. So we had this kind of, boring discussion, but she seemed so pleasant. Like, I hope you're looking after yourself. Why did you stop going to the park? And I said, well, we had some experiences there that weren't great, so I didn't come back. And she was like, oh, that's too bad. I said, oh no, everything's been really great since then, since I left there. And I'm having fun with this. Like, I'm enjoying this. And I'm thinking at some point the penny's going to drop, right? But it doesn't, and they're taking an awfully long time with my car. So we're talking about vacuuming dog fur and the time of year and all this stuff. And so I said finally, like, oh, it's ready now. Ollie, let's go. I'm going to get you in the car now. And she said, oh, well, you just take care of yourself. That's what's so important, isn't it? And I said, yes, I have learned it is so important. Have a great day. And as I turned to go to my car, my guide, somebody just told me she figured it out. And I felt the penny drop, and I turned around and she was like, same dark face I saw last year, that kind of darkness that came over her. And I just waved with a smile and left. And so I thought to myself, I was kind of checking in with spirit going, does she really still support this clown? Like, does she really? Yes, I got a yes. And I said, how does that happen? Like, I know that I have to have peace with that, make peace with it somehow, because I can't change your mind, but why is that? And in answer, as I looked, was a bumper sticker that said Jesus is King. Now, I am a Christian woman, I love Jesus. But that sentence, this weekend of all weekends said everything I needed to know. I also saw a hawk, a lot of 333s, like spirit was coming through. Along with the song, again, the Joe Jackson song, You Can't Get What You Want Till You Know What You Want. But this time, as opposed to the last time I heard it, I was like, it's because we know what we want and we're standing for it. We're not talking about what we don't want, we know what we want. So whether you are on US soil, whether you are a fellow Canadian, basically fellow souls having human experiences, I salute you. I love you. Don't ever forget the tuba, okay? Just bring your proverbial tuba wherever you go. And let's have some joy, finally.